Record on audio.
You know what I just thought about? In those TikToks we were watching last night, the guy who was actually kind of fun to react to with the customers yelling at him. Like, a common thing he did was the, like, bag my soda. But, like, when have you ever gone anywhere to buy just a soda, like, clearly you're about to drink it, and then gotten it bagged? I've never once done that. Even when I, like, am getting bags of groceries, I leave my soda out usually, and because I'm going to drink that shit. That's not for the video. It's just like,
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to episode 3 of the Wasted Space podcast. My name is Blake. Here with Addison and Tommy. As you can see, we're in a new surrounding right now. It is not the same place we've been recording the last 2 episodes.
Why is that, Blake?
Because it's 1,000,000 degrees and we were doing it in our garage and it's way too hot to be in there. So we're like, you know what?
We live in Vegas.
Let's go indoors.
yeah, we live in a desert hellscape. The computers weren't liking it. We weren't liking it. So we're indoors now.
Yeah, as you may be able to see, our last episode, if you watched it, a little bit choppy.
We're sorry about that.
We're sorry about that. We apologize.
That is,
Yeah, it was
due
just
to
too
the
hot.
heat.
Yeah,
Blame it on
too
the
hot in the
hellscape.
garage.
but hey, it looks way cooler in here.
Yeah, it's
So,
a way better space. So I feel a lot better about the surroundings now, and I feel a lot better physically because I'm not sweating to
It
death.
feels way cooler too. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Very nice.
it's nice to show off some of the things we like instead of just a black curtain behind us.
Yeah, you get to see
you
our cool
guys can
stuff.
see some of our collectibles now.
This is how we live.
everything that we have on the wall. I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna move my camera a little
Oh
bit.
snap!
Everything that we have on the wall here is about 2% of our total collection.
Yeah, maybe.
We just took some of the highlights.
Yeah.
But yeah, now you can see some of our stuff, and it's kind of awesome. I'm wearing a Tommy Bahama hat, because why not?
Yeah. Also, I don't work for
Big
SpaceX.
flex.
I wish I did. I just love their company a lot.
I feel like it is a flex to where I know we talked about.
I actually was in the movie Jaws. Believe it or not, I was Jaws. I was a stunt double.
Oh snap! I thought I recognized you from somewhere.
Tommy was the shark.
Snap.
I know we talked about Tommy Bahama in the last video, but literally the next day after we recorded that, and I was talking about how expensive, like overly priced Tommy Bahama shit is. This lady buys, we have Tommy Bahama polos for $110. This lady bought 10 of them from me.
Oh
Her
my
total after
gosh.
tax was like 12 something.
What?
Damn.
It was
You gotta love Tommy
Yeah, that's
Bahama.
ridiculous.
dude, how do you spend that much money on 10 shirts?
She must be some sort of reseller or something. Like, she knows a
She said she was
hookup.
buying them for her husband for Father's Day.
Oh man,
Jesus.
they got money obviously.
They have
It's not
to,
a big
yeah.
deal. If you had that kind of money to just drop
Right.
$1,200 in Tommy Bahama shirts, like you're chilling.
Oh, for sure.
There's
yeah.
no stress in the world about money.
I hope to be there one day.
Yeah, I hope I can afford just to go buy 10 Tommy Bahama shirts for my husband.
And then also the day after we recorded, all these coincidences happened to me. Because we were talking about traffic in the last one and
Yeah.
being stuck in traffic, and I was thinking about like, how are some people, how are they driving? Like the people that like leave their blinker on for miles down the freeway.
Oh yeah.
The people that stop in the crosswalk rather than
At the line.
at the line.
Dude, do you
Drives
know
me
what
crazy,
I fucking
man.
hate? When somebody's getting into the turn lane and you know how sometimes people will just like hover over the lanes, or even if they're just merging on the freeway or
Oh,
something,
yeah.
but they just hover in between lanes for like a fucking mile, and they're like going slow because they're like merging or something, which I guess kind of makes sense. But yeah, so they slow down and then they're just in both lanes going slow as fuck for like a mile.
Yeah.
That shit's really frustrating. I hate that.
But then I always see all these like personalized license plates, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
really funny ones that make no sense.
I saw one with my last name on it one time.
What?
Yeah.
That's
I was like, my
tight.
car.
That's super cool. Actually,
Yeah,
that's,
I was like, I took a picture of it. I don't know if I have it, but if I do, I'll put it up on the screen.
Well, hopefully you can find it.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll search for it.
Otherwise, the next 6 seconds is just going to be us staring blankly at the camera.
Yeah, just like waiting for it.
You should have
Did
just
you
taken
see
his
it?
car, though. You should have just taken his car, though. I mean, it had your name on it.
I know. I should be like, dude, what are you doing in my car? He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I did not know.
There's always like personal license plates I see that are just jumbles of letters that like you have to ask the person what it means.
Yeah, but
and then they have to explain it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
if
like
it's
they
that-
took all the vowels out or something
Right,
like that.
and if it's that hard to understand, why even put it on your car to begin with?
Yeah, you have to pay like a lot of money for that plate. It's like
Yeah.
a yearly fee. You don't just pay for it once, I think.
I saw one.
I'd pay to get one that
it
said
was-
like poop on it or something.
I forget
fart.
exactly what car it was because it was like a month or so ago, but it was like a newer muscle car, like a Camaro or a Challenger or something like that. But the license plate just said like "I'm faster," and I don't know. I just got a kick out of that one.
That's fucking hilarious.
Then you beat him in a race. You're like, haha. Now you are slower.
Who's faster now?
My car's slow as shit. It's a V6, or it's a Charger only in name. It's a V6 that I don't take very good care of. That thing. Somebody actually tried to race me a couple weeks ago. Like they tried to line up with me at a red light, and I was just like, "Fucking no, dude."
Not gonna happen. You stomp on the gas, it like fucking just conks out. You're like, damn it.
Yeah, my car just starts fucking coughing at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not for me. There are a lot of like, I don't know if it's everywhere, but I know like out here in like our area now and like where I work over at the Amazon warehouse, like, dude, everyone is driving like, I feel like a third of the cars I see are Chargers and then like a few less are Challengers because, you know, that's the big flex. And then every now and then you'll see like a Camaro or like a sweet ass Mustang, but like everybody's driving like a sweet ass new muscle car now, and it's really weird. Like I don't know where everybody else got this money during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see any of that shit.
Especially like at the worst time when gas prices are at an all-time high.
Right.
Yeah,
Driving
driving.
most gas
Saving up
guzzling
those
car.
stimulus checks, I guess.
Everyone's driving these gnarly ass V8 roaring down the road talking
Yeah.
about I hate how expensive gas is. It's like, well, you're also spending like $1,000 a week, so
Yeah. Yeah, that's just fucking crazy.
I was watching Cheaper by the Dozen the other night.
We were trying to see if you could spot Danny DeVito stunt double.
No, we were trying to think of a movie to watch, and Leah and I both love Cheaper by the Dozen, so we watched it, and we were talking about like at the beginning. I feel like everybody does this when they start watching Cheaper by the Dozen. Like no matter how many times you've seen it, you put it on, and if you're watching it with somebody, you always turn to them, and you're like, can't even imagine having 12 kids.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, dude. Even
That's-
as a child, that was my reaction. Like,
Absolutely.
could you imagine?
Dude, all I think about is like, how do they afford anything?
Right, yeah. And you're just, you
And
have...
because he's like a high school football coach, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the most amazing, like, high-paying job.
Right. I mean, like at the beginning of the movie, yeah, he gets like promoted to the college, and like that's why they move and shit. But yeah,
Yeah.
at
I mean,
the
yeah, that
beginning-
is, like, at college, you do make good money.
But
And
like
Leo-
his
Still.
first year, he hasn't even gotten paid yet. Like
Leah brought up that too, but his wife is like a best-selling author.
Oh,
yeah,
so
that's
I think
right.
she.
so his job
That's
doesn't
right.
even matter. They're just coasting on the author money. That
exactly,
makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Because she
could
goes
be
on
right.
like this book tour and stuff.
That's
in the
right.
movie.
Okay.
God, that's such a good movie.
Yeah. She was like, you could be a stay-at-home dad. He's like, no, I don't want to be around the kids that much.
Right. And that's kind of the
They'll
plot.
surround me.
It's kind of the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, sorry, I'm too dedicated to my coaching job that doesn't bring home any money for us.
But yeah, no matter what, every time you put on Cheaper by the Dozen and you're with somebody, you always have like a 10-minute conversation at the very beginning about how
Yeah.
crazy it would be to have 12 kids. And so Cheaper by the Dozen ends. It's like midnight. Leah fell asleep. I'm not tired yet. So I put on Knocked Up with Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd
Yeah.
and all those. It's an all-star cast, dude.
Yeah. It really is. I
Um,
haven't watched that one in a long-ass time.
dude, such a good movie.
Yeah.
But there's a scene where Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd go to Vegas and they do shrooms, and they go
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I
to
remember
see
that.
that Cirque show, Mystere,
Yeah.
at Treasure Island, and then they're in the hotel room, and fucking Seth Rogen is sitting on the bed watching Cheaper by the Dozen. I had just finished the movie.
That's hilarious.
And then in the next movie, he turns to Paul Rudd and he goes, I can't even imagine having 12 kids. Man. That's so much responsibility.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I
That's
was like,
insane.
dude.
Wow. That's so fucking funny. What are the odds?
Yeah, crazy coincidence. You guys
Yeah,
ever
I
had any
forgot.
fucking crazy coincidences like that? It's fucking...
Yeah, like that. I don't know. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fucking
I
crazy.
was like, dude, like immediately after, that's wild.
Well, I know, and obviously everyone knows, like your phone, like Amazon and Facebook are listening to you and stuff like that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
so I remember one time I was kicking it with it was when I was like the assistant manager at one of my old jobs. I was kicking it in the office with the manager, and we were just shooting the shit. We were talking about Big Lebowski, and then we started talking a little bit about bowling, just because that's a huge kind of plot point in Big Lebowski. It's
Yeah.
his
Mhm.
bowling. And yeah, literally 5 minutes later, like the conversation kind of peters out, and we're just kind of chilling, and we're like scrolling through our phones, and he goes, "Holy shit, dude! I just got an ad for custom bowling balls." And as he said that, I had just scrolled upon an ad for a Big Lebowski DVD set, and I don't know, it was just wild. Like they were instantaneous with the ads for both of us. They were just like, this guy was more enthused about the bowling balls. This guy was really stoked about Big Lebowski. And
Dude, that is so funny. Sometimes I'll open like Facebook and like something crazy, like the Chris Rock thing, when the Chris Rock
yeah.
slapping Will Smith slapping Chris Rock happened. I opened Facebook and like obviously it's a big thing. Everyone's talking about it, and so it was the very first thing I saw on Facebook. But it wasn't like, it was like, oh my God, Will Smith just slapped Chris Rock. And I was like, I got to go find a video of this. And so I close Facebook, I go on YouTube, I find a video of it, go back on Facebook, scroll to the next post underneath it, and it's a video. It's the video I just watched after closing the app and
To go
going
watch
to YouTube.
it.
Like it was already there. I could have just stayed on the app.
Damn.
And I don't think that's really a crazy coincidence, but
Yeah.
that
It's just funny that
just
that
kind of
happened,
happens
yeah.
to me pretty often.
going back to Cheaper by the Dozen real quick, did you guys ever see Cheaper by the Dozen 2? The lake trip one?
No,
I think I watched that one, but I don't really remember it that well.
So I don't remember it too well, but I remember this one scene where, like, you remember the nerdy kid that, like, even the whole family is just really shitty too. Other than when he gets bullied, and then they're like, "Yeah, we'll go start a brawl in the."
Like, only we get
Yeah.
the bullying.
Yeah,
and
But
then he runs away.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
for the rest of all time, they just shit on him constantly. In the second one, I faintly remember this scene where like they're tracking somebody, or like I think it's like when the big sister is about to have her kid or something, and like just freak out, and like one of the pets or one of the
Freak
kids
out.
or something is like lost in the woods, and so luckily the nerdy kid knows how to track scat. And so that's what makes him like accepted by everybody, is he saves the day.
Wow.
And they're so impressed at his like scat tracking ability. They're just like, dude, you're so good at looking at turds. And
Like, finally, you're
makes-
useful for something.
yeah, that's what makes him awesome, is he becomes really good at identifying shit. So
That is so funny.
That's the
we
shit.
have now gone. Tommy has a 100% success rate at mentioning shit
I
on the
know.
podcast.
it's not
Every
even
episode.
intentional. We keep noticing it. I swear to God, I'm not doing it on purpose. My mind is literally just filled with shit.
You got shit for brains.
It's leaking out all over the microphone.
Oh.
Oh man.
Some people are like, man, I'm really glad I'm not watching this.
There's like at least one of the 10 people that watch our podcast that are like, man, I really like listening to them. They're super chill guys. But Tommy just won't quit talking about shit.
His obsession.
I don't really have a solid transition in this next topic, so I'm just gonna say the word segue.
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 Which I invented with Legos.
Working in retail.
It's an adventure.
Every retail store they play music in the store, and most of the department stores, Kohl's, Dillard's, Macy's, whatever, they have a playlist of about 13, 15 songs that they just play all day, every day.
Halloween surfboard.
And every now and then they'll add a new one in. And it made me realize that there are, because they play a lot of old music, made me realize that there are a lot of songs out there that I didn't realize were covers.
Oh yeah.
The most significant one to me was "It's My Life," the No Doubt song. It's
Yeah.
my life,
Yeah.
don't you forget. They didn't. That's not their song.
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't know that.
I've only heard their version of that song.
Yeah. I haven't heard the other version.
Neither had I until I started working at Dillard's. I was like,
Yeah.
"What the hell?" Yeah, let me see.
Well,
if
that's
I,
like Guns N' Roses, like "Knocking on Heaven's Door" is not their song.
I think I heard that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure that's what's his name? Can't remember. It'll come to me hopefully.
Yeah, it's
I'll
my.
say it at some point.
It's My Life is a song by Mark Hollis and
Bless
Tim Green. Tim Freeze Green. They released it as their very first single in January of 1984.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Another one, I feel stupid for this one because I looked it up. Life is a Highway. I thought that was Rascal Flatts' song.
Oh no, I knew that was a cover.
I also thought that was Rascal Flatts.
It's
song.
not.
It's so it's so funny to think about like some
The
like,
Rascal Flatts
bands
version
are-
is better though.
Yeah, it's like
I-
some bands or
yeah.
artist songs like that are covers are like their biggest song, and they're really just like they're only famous for their cover,
Right.
Not
Well,
even for the
like
original.
I know a lot more people know this one, but like "Sweet Dreams" by Marilyn Manson.
Oh,
isn't
yeah, that's
by
not-
him.
Yeah, that one's
That's not even by the Eurythmics.
Really.
Yeah, I was doing a fucking deep dive. I
Into
was
that
diving
song.
into the deep end of the covers. Oh wait, no, I'm tripping.
Wait, real quick.
I'm sorry. It was sorry. I was thinking of Tainted Love.
Oh.
Marilyn
Oh,
Manson covered
yeah.
Tainted Love by Soft Cell. That's not even a Soft Cell song.
He
That song
does-
came out 20 years before Soft Cell made it.
Wow.
Yeah. I was gonna say Marilyn Manson actually. I know he's gotten in a bit of trouble lately, so I'm not trying to condone any of that. But he's done a lot of really cool covers. Even his cover on the Nightmare Revisited soundtrack. I think he did "This Is Halloween." But or no, he did the intro track. Is that "This Is Halloween"? I can't remember.
Yeah, the beginning song is.
Yeah.
This is Halloween.
This is.
Yeah, he did that one. There's also Craig Mabbitt of Escape to Fate did a cover of that song. It's really good.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Yeah,
I haven't heard it. I'll have to check it out.
I think it's that song. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
That's the thing with covers though. Like some bands, like there's a they play 5 Seconds of Summer's cover of Killer Queen
Yeah.
by Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds exactly the same as the original. It just sounds like their voices instead of Freddie Mercury's.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm just gonna go listen to the original.
Yeah.
You gotta, if you're making a
Well, yes,
cover,
yeah. Sometimes like
you gotta make it your own.
yeah, you should really make your own. But sometimes like the cover is better than the original. Obviously, never in like a Queen case.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like that's
Yeah,
not
because
possible.
somebody's just gonna go top Freddie Mercury.
I know. Yeah, I don't think that's even possible. But yeah, like sometimes like I'm like damn, like someone wrote this song and it was not as good until someone remade it.
Yeah.
and now it's a
Yeah.
better song.
You guys saw the cover MGK did of that System of a Down song, right?
Oh god.
Aerials, I think it
Oh
was.
no, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't
Rough.
watch.
He did
that.
like acoustic on
MGK
Howard
is
Stern's
cringe
show.
in general.
The band behind him was great. But
Well,
yeah,
he was like
probably
singing off
hired some
key.
great
Yeah.
session musicians.
I mean, like, like he's like a specific genre of like singing,
Trash.
Yeah, like he's like pop punk, and like that's pretty much what he could do.
Right.
He's not really like gifted vocally,
Right.
So like, you can't try a System of a Down. Song
Exactly. You
without
got to
being
pick something
gifted
else. You got to pick
vocally.
something else, man.
Yeah, like
Yeah, boy. Call me Steve. Oh. Wait, no, doesn't he say, yeah, bitch?
I don't.
I
I
honestly
don't
have
know.
no idea.
I don't-
That was like his breakout hit. Yeah, I don't know. I
MGK?
still,
Like
I still
like
don't
a rap
forgive
song?
him for his
Yeah.
cringe.
Oh
rap
yeah, I didn't listen to
rap
really any of
days.
his rap stuff.
yeah.
Like, the only thing
really
I knew of
bad.
him was like he appeared on a Sleeping with Sirens song one time, and I was like, "Who is this?"
Oh yeah, his verse, "Leave me."
Yeah, and I hated that song.
How you gonna leave me?
I was like, "This song is not good."
I'm the one on TV.
yeah. Kids stand outside with my CD. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, this isn't it, man."
So no, but I got a couple other ones that I wanted to see if you guys knew if this was a cover. I Love Rock and Roll, Joan Jett.
I
Not
didn't
her
know.
song.
I did not know that was a cover. Yeah.
Yeah, it was originally written by the Arrows, and they released it 7 years before she covered it.
Oh wow.
Did you know Higher Ground by Red Hot Chili Peppers is a cover?
Yes.
Oh, good for you.
Gotcha. You thought you had him.
This one I think people are starting to realize more nowadays because I think it's a Doja Cat song that samples the original, but Hound Dog by Elvis,
Oh yeah.
not an Elvis song.
Well, I know a lot of Elvis's songs were not Elvis's songs. That
That's-
was a big
that's
point of
also true.
controversy around
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. But no, Big Mama Thornton is the claimer of that song.
Yeah.
Drift Away by Uncle Cracker. Give me the beat,
Yeah.
boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away.
I love that song.
Sorry, I can't sing.
Yeah, it's not Uncle Cracker's. It really belongs to someone named John Henry Kurtz.
Oh wow.
It does sound like something maybe a little too thoughtful to be written by a guy named Uncle Cracker.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, there's a song by the Beach Boys that was ripped off from Charles Manson.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know
Yeah.
that. What song is it?
I don't remember what song it is, but yeah, they definitely stole one of his songs.
I'll have to look it up.
Or maybe he sold it to him. Maybe they didn't steal it, but one of the songs
You know,
he wrote.
I do think I
have.
faintly remember something like that from a Charles Manson documentary I watched at
Yeah.
one point. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
well,
it's
I know
interesting.
he did he had I mean, he wasn't like famous or anything, but
Yeah.
he did like a music.
Yeah, he
career,
was trying to
sorta.
be as like a singer songwriter, and
Yeah.
he wasn't very successful.
So he just started killing people.
Yeah, he was pretty bitter about it. That's like
Yeah.
I know part of the reason why he did what he did because he was just really bitter
Yeah.
that he wasn't accepted by like Hollywood and like that industry.
Fucking
yeah,
crazy.
just
dude.
started
Yeah.
killing them.
Yeah.
Ring of Fire, Johnny Cash.
Oh, that's a great game.
Not the
Great
original.
song.
Yeah.
It's not a game.
I think I knew that one wasn't original, but I don't know who it was by.
I can't imagine that song not being sung by him though.
Yeah, no,
it
definitely not.
was originally written and recorded by his sister-in-law,
Oh.
Anita Carter, back in 19...
Anita Carter.
Is she of age or Anita Carter? You can't come into the bar.
I thought it was gonna be more like, I don't have my car. I can't get to work, and then Tommy would be like, "Hey man, how are you gonna get to work?" I'd be like, "I need a car, der." I'll have to work on that joke a little more.
It's in the beginning stages.
Addie's first taste of stand up.
This is my last. This is my last one. "Achy Breaky Heart," Billy Ray Cyrus.
Don't
It's
break
not
my
his
heart.
song.
Not
Achy,
his
breaky
song.
His
heart.
one claim to fame.
I know, right?
Wow.
What a
He
fucking
he
poser.
coasted off of a song that's not his, and then his daughter's success.
Well,
Yeah,
he had
his
that
daughter's very
song
successful.
about wanting his mullet back and an 8-track. You remember that one?
No, I've never heard that one.
I'm pretty sure that's Billy Ray Cyrus. I want my mullet back.
Not
Oh, I
not
think
only
My old Camaro and my 8-track.
Yeah.
it was originally released by the trio the Marcy Brothers, and it was titled "Don't Tell My Heart." So not only did he steal the song, but he didn't want people to know it was a cover, so he changed the name of it.
Yeah.
What a poser.
Are you allowed to do that?
I mean, he obviously had to like. I mean, maybe he stole it and they didn't sue him or anything, but he probably bought the rights to it or got the rights to it somehow
Yeah, that's
to
true.
cover it. And then he didn't. I mean, maybe he like credited them on the album or something like that.
Yeah,
But or maybe he didn't have to credit them. I'm not sure exactly
yeah,
what that contract looked like.
right.
I forget. I forget what singer it was, but she. It was back decades ago. But she wanted to use Little Red Corvette by Prince. Like, she just straight up wanted to, like, rip that melody and write her own song around it. And so she called him and was like, hey, I can give you, like, writing credits. I just, like, really love your melody, and I want to use it for something. Can I just, like, straight up take that melody? And he was so cool about it, apparently. He came to her house and helped her write the song. And
That honestly doesn't surprise me. Cause like from what I've seen of Prince, it's like he was like super cool.
Yeah,
he
super
was like
cool dude. Yeah,
super chill about everything, and he loved people and loved hanging
Yeah.
out with people. So like that really doesn't surprise me, especially if that artist like had maybe even like a little bit of a name.
Oh, for sure.
He'd probably
yeah.
be like, oh sure, yeah, let's do it.
yeah.
one of my favorite things about Prince was, like, just hearing the stories of, because, you know, obviously he's Prince. So, like, his backing band was, like, some of the greatest musicians on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of them were open about, like, yeah, Prince is better at my instrument than I am. Like,
Yeah, that guy was just like so musically gifted. It's like
Oh,
crazy.
dude,
Like
yeah.
he had everything it took to be who he was.
yeah.
Obviously. I mean, you seen the video of him like as a little kid, like the little interview he did.
Yes, I did. Yeah,
I'm like,
that was
dang,
super cool.
It was like just a really small version of Prince, the exact
Yep.
same person. He never changed.
You guys. I mean, you've seen the Dave Chappelle bit
Oh yeah,
with Prince, right?
yeah,
Classic.
yeah.
Blouses.
Blouses.
But yeah, the terrible music at my job just got me thinking, like,
I can't listen to Iron Man anymore because of my old retail job. I fucking hate it.
dude,
yeah.
yeah. The Avenger Station was worse. They only had like 6 songs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
played
you
on
would
repeat.
hear
That would
every
correlate
song
with, like,
multiple
songs from
times
the
in
movie.
1
Yeah,
hour.
Yeah.
they were all from Iron Man,
Yeah.
and one of them was
We
Iron
only
Man
play songs
by
from
Black
Iron
Sabbath.
Man.
One of our buddies that worked with us at the time, TJ, I remember he counted specifically how many times Iron Man played in a day, and he got to like 60 something.
Ooh, dang.
There was one
Yeah.
That's a
time,
lot.
another one of the songs that played a bunch was Thunderstruck by AC/DC.
Oh yeah, Thunderstruck.
And so
I
after
still love that song. It's so great.
after it
Wow,
goes pretty
wow,
hard.
wow.
Thunder.
That's just too good of a song, dude.
Yeah,
That's rock and roll
It really
right
is. Yeah,
there.
it's really good.
But anyway, so Tommy and I had maybe worked there like 2 or 3 weeks at this point, and we had heard Thunderstruck maybe 2,000 or 3,000 times by then.
Yeah.
And our coworkers, like everyone was going out to Fremont Street, and they invited us out. We were like, cool, yeah, we'll go. We get down there, and there's like this band that's about to start playing.
Yeah.
And they look like they're like a 80s cover band or
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
And we had we had all just kind of grabbed our drinks and reconvened at
we
the
were
back
like,
of the
we're
crowd.
like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch this band. Like, it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And they fucking start playing the Thunderstruck guitar intro, and we all looked at each other. We were like, let's bounce.
Yeah. Like nah,
I didn't come here
I
to
can't.
work.
Yeah,
not again.
man. But I haven't had some pretty terrible jobs, but I know you worked at McDonald's. How shitty was that?
Oh, that was terrible. I had so I was 15. It was my first job. I was too young to like work behind the counter. But it
You
was
can get
like
a job at 15.
so it was. I lived in South Georgia, and like yeah, technically you can. At least you could in Georgia. But I couldn't work the cash register. I couldn't do anything considered dangerous, so I wasn't legally allowed to operate like the stoves or anything. But the manager really liked me. It was like a new location opening in the small town. They actually shook that town. Like they put out the Carl's Jr. down the way. They put it out of business.
That honestly doesn't surprise me though.
But
Dude, that's amazing. A Carl's Jr. going out of business.
yeah, or well, it
Because
was
the McDonald's
Hardee's.
opened
It's
up.
Carl's Jr. out here, but it's
Yeah,
Hardee's
Hardee's
out
out there,
there. But yeah, they put that shit out of business. That's how I got my first stalker. Was a Hardee's employee came and would just hang out because that was the place that put his job out of business. And like I guess they wouldn't hire him, so he just hung out there.
Dang.
But yeah, dude was like probably 30 or so, and he was a little weird. And sorry, going back to the McDonald's story because now this doesn't make sense.
Wait, I want to hear about that guy though.
Well, I'm coming back to it. I have to tie them together real
Dude,
quick.
wait, there's more.
But anyways, going back to me being too young to do anything behind the counter, I was the cleaning person. So I would do stuff in the inventory room. Like I made all the sweet tea, and I would basically clean the lobby and the bathrooms.
You probably had a blast making the sweet tea, huh?
Oh,
That was
yeah.
probably your favorite part of the job.
Yeah, for
Tommy
those of you
loves
who don't
sweet tea,
know,
by the
I'm
way.
pretty emphatic about sweet tea. I have a custom Switch controller that has sweet tea on it.
Is that down here?
No, it's up in my room, I think.
okay.
But
Sure.
that's been a nickname I had for years because I drank so much sweet tea one time. I got kidney stones twice in a year.
Yeah, that's a lot of sweet tea.
You know how much sweet tea you have to drink to get
So-
kidney stones twice in a
Twice in
year?
1 year.
Okay,
Oh
going back
my.
to the story before people even forget what the hell we were talking about. So yeah, I did like a lot of menial tasks and cleaning tasks at the McDonald's just because the owner really liked me and he wanted me around. But yeah, so as it got to the point this guy would come and hang out at the McDonald's as I'm like mopping the floor and shit or cleaning the bathrooms, he would just follow me around. If I went back to, make the sweet tea or grab the trash from the back to take it out, he would follow me to the door to the back, like to the door behind the counter, and just wait at the door until I came back around. And then like if I was taking the trash out, he would follow me, talking to me, to the fucking dumpsters, like outside in the parking lot. And like I was just a really awkward 15-year-old kid, and obviously like the Exodia story, I had my tendency to be a dick sometimes, but for the most part I was honestly I've always been a little too friendly for my own good. And like I remember the guy asked me for my number so we could like play PlayStation at some point or something, and I was like, sure, dude. And then he's like texting me, and like on one of my days off, like a couple days later, I just went to my mom's work after school and hung out with her for a little bit. And I was like, hey, so there's this dude. He's like 35 and like really, really weird.
He's really,
And-
really cute.
He was not like.
Like, whoa, no,
I
no,
mean,
no, no.
maybe
He was
maybe
not
if he
cute.
was like hot, like if Channing Tatum was following me around, I'd maybe be like, okay, yeah, Magic Mike is my new best friend. But anyways, so yeah, I was like, hey, there's this really weird guy that just follows me around at work and won't quit texting me. And my mom goes, just tell him I said you can't hang out with him. And I did. I texted him and I was like, hey, so like, I'm still just a kid, and no shit, my mom said I can't hang out with you anymore. And then he backed off. He was just like, oh, okay, my bad. But yeah,
that's
he,
cool that
That's
he
kinda
backed
nice of
off.
him, yeah.
but that was after like 2 months of him just following me around and talking to me all the time, and it was really weird.
Yeah, yeah.
You had no friends, Tommy. You were all
Yeah, he
alone.
just wanted to be friends with you.
I did
man.
hate that McDonald's job though. Like I remember the manager, he was one of those dudes who loved to ask me to do shit right after I clocked out. So he'd be like, I would clock out, it's 15 minutes past for time for me to go home already. And he's like, oh, hey, can you take the trash out real quick in the back? And then come to find out, like, nobody else had been touching the trash all fucking day. And so there's literally just piles of trash bags, like 15 of them from the whole day of, like, shit. And so, yeah, like, I remember one time, little 15-year-old Tommy just walking through the store, like, openly cussing. Like, I was just openly going, like, this is fucking bullshit. This is fucking stupid. Fuck you guys for this. I was doing
Yeah,
it
I
in
would
front
that
of
too.
customers. I was like, I straight up shouldn't be doing this. Anybody who wonders why I'm this upset, I'm not clocked in right now. Like, I was
Yeah.
full on talking shit, and I was so.
I don't blame you.
I was
Yeah,
in
I'd
the,
be doing the same
and like
thing.
nobody said anything. I didn't get in any trouble, and the managers and employees knew I was doing it. And I think it was because I was so pissed, and I was low key so fucking right to be pissed.
Yeah.
That they were just like, yeah, we fucked up.
Yeah. They're like, hey, now that you finished working for money, do you want to work for free?
Right.
Yeah. And I should have
It's the
said
best part
no,
of the
but
job.
again,
Yeah.
I was like a 15-year-old who it was my first job. I didn't really know how like working dynamics worked, and yeah, I was just a little too polite for my own good sometimes. I just couldn't say no to people.
I worked at this car wash for a while. My first job, actually.
Mm.
And they would make us clock out when there was no cars and just wait. And we couldn't go home. And then they would call some of us back to come clock back in. And if they didn't call you back, you still had to just wait.
That's got to be illegal.
It was. And they got in trouble for it. And they were supposed to pay us. And then they never did.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It was a huge thing. It was pretty bullshit. They got like massive fines. But, like I worked there for years. They did that shit for
Was
years.
there no like class action lawsuit or anything?
I'm not exactly sure what happened. Like from what I heard, what a manager told me, which was maybe very upset. I wanted to fight this manager, but that they were supposed to write everybody checks, but they weren't. They didn't have to sign the checks until the last day, then when they expired. So on the last day, they told nobody. They signed all the checks, and then nobody came to pick them up. So nobody got paid.
Wow, dude,
Yeah.
that's super fucked up.
Yeah, super fucked up. I was like a fucking 17-year-old kid.
Yeah, I would have beat the shit out of
And
that.
I
dude.
was working there, and like, you know, obviously didn't know anybody. I knew it sucked, but it was like, yeah, it was just like a ton of us, and they were just fucking us over every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like also something that I didn't realize until later. I never said anything to them about it, which I definitely should have sued them for. Was the manager at the time was cutting hours off people's paychecks, because I was wondering, like, my paychecks were smaller than I thought they should be sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go in, and every time I would clock into work, I would start a timer on my phone.
Yeah.
And when I would clock out, I'd stop it. And I did that for 2 weeks, and it was short by like 12 hours.
Jesus.
What?
Yeah. So he was
Dude,
like
that's
cutting hours
sketch.
off people's checks. That's like,
Dude.
and when I think back, there was like one employee that worked there. And he worked there for a long time. And he was like, every day he would ask the manager to go check his hours, to see his hours, to make sure he got enough hours. And now I realized that he was doing that because he knew he was cutting people's
the
hours.
hours.
So he was making sure that he couldn't cut his.
Yeah.
Bro, that's fucking
Damn.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, super fucking illegal.
Yeah,
I
that's-
want to put the company on blast, but I don't want to get in any legal trouble, so I don't know if that would be the thing. Some
Blast them.
defamatory. But they're a local car wash here in town, and they're smaller. They have some locations in Utah.
Oh,
It's
I know
not-
this company.
Yeah, yeah. It's not the company that I worked for before that I mentioned in the last podcast, so I don't think
SpaceX?
it's them. SpaceX is, no, it's,
It's
not
not
them.
SpaceX.
SpaceX car washes.
Oh, I know what it's two words, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And both words start with the same letter.
Yes, they do.
All right, cool. I know.
But yeah, fuck that company.
And it's spelled.
yes, it's.
It is spelled. There are
Insert name here.
letters.
But yeah, fuck that company.
That's
They're a
wild,
piece
dude.
of shit.
Yeah, that sucks.
They screwed me over,
Yeah,
and yeah, fuck them. Don't ever use their services if you know what company I'm talking about.
man, that makes me feel bad that like the worst job experience I had was the fucking music they played.
I mean, hey, be grateful, man.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I don't know. I worked at Capriotti's for a while. I've never really hated any of my jobs though.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would like fast food is a place I would never work for a company that
Food
does fast
sucks.
food.
yeah.
Like
I
the people,
would never
I
go back to
feel so bad for the people who work fast food because I know people are assholes to them
Yeah.
all day, and their job already sucks, and I know they're not getting paid enough.
Yep.
So
Even-
yeah, I can never do that.
Even years ago, like, I was still in high school when In-N-Out was still offering like 15 an hour to start out, but like, you have to work at In-N-Out, which like great food and like the people always seem really nice that work there, but it's like the fucking workload they have there because
Yeah, they make them work a ton of hours.
You got to have a
In-N-Out
really
alone.
solid work ethic to work at In-N-Out.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you
Yeah.
can't. There's no like.
It's always
because
packed.
it's
There's always
nonstop.
shit
They just
going
go
on.
go. Yeah,
And they
no
have
time
that
for
like
anything.
secret menu, so you just have to like know what's going on all the time.
yeah,
and,
when
like,
people want like 18 patties on one burger.
Oh, I guess now that I think about it, I worked at this cafe for like a month in downtown Summerlin.
Is it the one oh never mind. I was gonna say, is it where you got fired for giving all your friends smoothies all the time?
No, that was Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
Dude, I remember when you worked there and straight up, like there would end up being like meetings. There would be like one of your other groups of friends would come in, and then like me and like I don't know, somebody else that knew you would come in. Like I remember Macario was kicking it in there one time, and you
Oh,
just giving
yeah.
him stuff. And then I came in, and then you remember Storm, who you used to hang out with. Storm came in with some of his friends, and so there were like 12 people in there drinking smoothies. Nobody paid for shit.
Yeah, they fired me.
Makes sense.
But no, this other cafe I worked at, you had to. The fucking people who worked there made bank in tips, and like that's where you get your money.
Yeah.
But new hires weren't allowed to get tips until you 100% memorized every item on the menu,
Wow.
What the
like
fuck?
every dish,
That's bullshit.
That's-
even
Seems a
if you're
little
not
illegal.
cooking.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I was just a guy at the register, and I had to memorize and I had to take a test on it, and I had to memorize all the ingredients,
So you can
like
get
in-
tips. So you can make money.
so that I could
you
get
paid.
so I could get paid. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Wow.
dumb.
that was bullshit. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I quit that place. Fuck
yeah,
that
fuck
place.
that place.
I worked at one place that used to like to fuck with people's paychecks like that. I worked there for 2 weeks because as soon as I went to get my first paycheck, I straight up quit because So I did a bunch of call center work in like the early years of my work life or whatever, you know. And I went to work for this one where they had a pretty decent hourly rate. It was better than the one I had been at, but it was a lot harder sales. But I had already, literally my first week there, I broke a record. Like I was the fastest person because for whatever reason they put me on like one of their harder programs. But I was I got the fastest sale on that program ever. And then I was like the first person to ever get like, I think like to average like a sale a day on that program or something, because it was like an energy company and like it was a lot of call sales, a lot of rejections on this particular program.
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
believe
so
that.
I was kind of like I was low key the talk of the town in that little call center for like that, like, you know, after about a week of me being in it. But then once it comes to payday, like. They also didn't do direct deposits. Everybody just picked up their check from HR. So
Yeah.
like there would be this long ass line you had to wait in. But that like wasn't the worst thing. Like I'm waiting for my money. That's fine. But like everybody is like looking like really pissed off and like looking like they got bad news. And so I was like, yo, what's like I just turned to a guy who had been there for a while longer and I was like, hey man, what's going on? Why does everybody like look so pissed off about payday? And he was like, oh, well, a lot of times on paydays, they'll like shuffle around people's programs. So once you get to the point where you're regularly hitting your commission point on whatever program you're on, they
change
switch
it.
you to a new script and product. So that way you don't know it as well. So you get less sales. So you're not hitting your commission points. And so,
Wow.
yeah. And I was
That's
I was
fucked.
like the first person to hit the commission point on this new program in my first week. And I was like, you know, like I already kind of made a good name for myself here. Like I'm not gonna deal with that bullshit. So I just walked up, I grabbed my check, and I was like, hey, I'm done here. I'm gonna go. And they were like, wait, are you sure? You've done like really good. We really want you here. And I was like, yeah, I'm gone. And I just left. I was like, I have my old clients at my old job that I could go to, which was a lie. I mean, I did just go back to my old job, but I was like, yeah, I can get my catalog of clients back and blah, blah, blah. But no, I just left because I wasn't going to deal with that shit.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, I mean, like, that makes no business sense because, like, wouldn't you want people
You'd want
hitting the
Making
commission
sales,
points?
yeah.
Because, like,
productive, but they
yeah.
didn't want people dipping into their stuff.
yeah, companies are so scummy for shit like that.
Yeah.
That's why I hate working for a company. So I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking deal with all the bullshit and then not get paid right and not get treated right and not get any benefits and like just like struggle to get by while working 40 hours a week.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's not fair.
how is that? And the company just made the CEO just made $400 million. It's like, what? You don't have enough to pay me, but you got enough to give him $400 million.
Right.
Doesn't quite compute there.
Yeah.
I think.
That is super whack.
It's
my
like, sorry guys, we had
friend.
to cut back. Our CEO just took $1 billion payout, so we have to cut some of you people who work for fucking $10 an hour and can't afford to pay bills because we want to pay our CEO $1 billion.
Yeah, that shit's so lame. Yeah, it's crazy how many places.
I
I've
just
seen
want
a
to
lot
say
of
I do
places
realize the
even-
irony of saying that while wearing a SpaceX shirt. I do realize that I'm supporting a company who does the same thing, but regardless,
It's okay.
Yeah, all companies suck.
Yeah, it's insane how
It's
common
true.
it is, though. Like, even on smaller scales, like, I don't want to tell every story I have of it happening just because it's happened so much. We'll be here forever. But, like, yeah, there's so many companies that will just, like, fuck with your paycheck just to save them some money or make their profits look better. And it's like, no, you, like, agreed to pay me based on this, you know?
It's fucking ridiculous, man. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I expect people to live.
Yeah.
Got no money.
No love for
I
the
expect people to
working
buy your
class, man.
product if they can't afford it.
Yeah, that's the wildest thing, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of broke people being broke gets put on them, but then it's like when you look at these, like a lot of the things jobs do, it's like there are so many companies so hungry to fuck you over, you know? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, a company will be like, it's like, you know what? We need to make more money, so let's stop paying our employees as much. And then they'll be like, no one's buying our product. Why doesn't people have money?
Yeah, that's so frustrating, dude.
Carnage has just been
Carnage, say
taking a
hello,
tour.
Carnage.
A cat has visited.
He's joining the podcast. What do you have to say, Carnage? Tell the people. This is your chance. Beautiful. I love it.
Yep.
Dog got
Marvelous job.
You remember that. Don't ever forget.
Segue. I came across weird
Came across
phobias are fun, yeah.
phobias.
Oh yeah.
I came
My
across
foe.
some weird ones. Tell. Let's see if you can figure out what this is without me telling you.
Okay.
Arachabaterophobia.
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 Baterophobia.
Scared of bacteria? I don't know. I got no idea.
You're afraid of the Three Musketeers.
Oh no! No, it's the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth.
Interesting.
I didn't even know that's a legit fear that people have.
It
That's
must be.
like-
I mean, they got a fancy name for it, so.
Yeah.
I'm glad I
gotta be
don't have
true.
that. I eat way too much peanut butter.
Yeah, I eat a ton of peanut butter.
Yeah, it says people with this phobia are extremely afraid of it. I mean, I guess like
You fucking pull out peanut butter, it's like, no, please, please.
not the peanut butter.
No! Don't make me eat it.
I might have this arithmophobia.
Arithmophobia?
You're scared of math?
Yeah, fear of
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Numbers
But I
don't
think
scare
this
me.
is like a legit, like you see a number
Unless it's
and
my
you're
bank
like,
account.
It probably I feel like it's like if you see too many numbers on a page or something, you just like freak out, like it stresses you too much or something. I don't know.
the screen I'm looking at right now that is talking about arithmophobia has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 numbers on it. They're really trying to fuck with these people.
Yeah, they're like, look at our list. Ah, shit.
Oh, we must have this. Plutophobia.
Plutophobia?
Fear of money.
Yeah, I'm scared of money. That's why I have none.
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
like, is
be
that money?
honest,
Get that
I'm
away
not-
from me.
I'm broke by choice, okay? I
I'm
hate
not-
money.
I'm not really a fan of money. I mean, I get that we need it because it's the unit that we use to buy, food and shit like that. But that's all it is for me. Like, I think
Yeah,
Not
I
a
hate it
fan.
because I have to have it.
yeah.
And I don't.
Oh,
so
you
it
guys
sucks.
might have heard of this one. Hippopotamonstrosesquipedaliophobia.
Scared of bullshit ass words.
Yeah.
Scared of it sounds
Wait,
like
really?
scared of hippos on the daily. Yeah, I'm scared of hippos on the daily, not weekly.
Every day I wake up,
Daily.
I am frightened of hippos.
I wake up and like, is there a hippo nearby?
It's the fear of long words.
Oh, I was right.
That's a long ass word.
Why would they do that?
This makes no sense.
People are like,
You start
what,
reading it,
they're
you
like,
get
hey,
scared.
what's a unique phobia that you have? And they're like, oh, I actually have this phobia. It's called hippo. Ah!
Sorry, it's a long word. I get scared.
Oh man.
Dude, oh my God, that's hilarious.
Like I'm afraid of long words if I'm reading out loud, and I see a long ass word. I'm like, oh, I'm about to embarrass
Not
myself.
touching that.
Just skip over that one. I'm always just like, it's a word I can't pronounce, so I'm moving on.
That's kind of the fun ones.
What are the not so fun ones?
Decidophobia.
Decidophobia, can't decide.
Yeah, fear of
got-
making decisions.
I mean, I don't have that like 100%, but I definitely am afraid of making decisions sometimes.
yeah.
I just
What if
like
what if I wanted something else? I don't know.
when it comes to like group decisions, like the reason I almost never put any input is because like I don't care enough. Like if I have a preference, I'll say it. Like if I'm like I would prefer this thing, I'll say it. But like most of the time, I legitimately have no preference. Like so I don't like to make group decisions because I know damn well somebody or like even, I'm like chronically single now. But like even when I do have a girlfriend, like
chronic.
most of the time. Because, it's somebody I know. It's like, I know you have something you're in the mood for. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if I want a burger
Yeah.
tonight, I'll tell you I want a burger. But otherwise, like, just tell me what you want. And, like, we'll go there, Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would say I have like less the fear of making a decision and more the fear of the decision I'm making not be like universally like agreed
Accepted.
upon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that I don't want to like inconvenience anybody because like
Yeah,
at the
especially,
end
like-
of the day, their choice won't inconvenience me.
Yeah.
I might inconvenience them.
Yeah, especially like if you don't care really what the option is. It's like I don't want to pick one because then if you don't want it, then I pick something you didn't want and I didn't even care for it. So now we
Right.
both are getting something we don't want. Really,
Yeah,
Exactly. Because like that shit has happened to me before, where like I'm going with somebody to get lunch or dinner, and then like, we just can't really decide, so we just kind of go to wherever somebody kind of mentioned as like a safe bet, and then we
Yeah.
get there, and like we're just like, wasn't really in the mood.
Yeah, nobody wants it.
Yeah.
Like I guess we're already here though. So,
Right.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing when you get to a restaurant, sit down, you're excited to eat, you start looking at the menu, and you're just like, God damn, I don't want any of this.
Yeah.
Why did I come here? I do that like last night. I was like, oh man, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go downstairs and make some food. I popped the chicken in the microwave. I got the tortilla out, and as I was pulling the tortilla out, I was like, I'm not even hungry anymore.
I don't want this.
I was like, but I finished making it, and I ate most of it. I didn't eat all of it.
Yeah.
But it was just I made a little chicken wrap.
When you're
I
just
get
like cramming food down because you're supposed to.
Yeah,
Right.
Like, I know I have to eat this, so I will, but I don't want to eat it.
it was part of what I was my thought process when I was making it too. I was like, I'm gonna feel better in the morning if I just eat before I go
Yeah,
to bed.
because if I don't, I'm gonna feel like garbage. Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna want to get out of bed.
Right, exactly.
And then I feel that struggle.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to get out of bed. I popped up pretty easy this morning.
Yeah, you were up early.
Yeah,
I was struggling.
especially considering that I went to bed so fucking late last
Yeah.
night.
What time did you guys go to bed? Because I went to bed as soon as like you guys went upstairs, and then
Well, I don't know. I was upstairs doing research until like 4 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah. I fell asleep probably like around like 12:30.
Yeah.
because I went to bed like right then. I just slept on the couch till like I woke up at like 3:45 and then went to my room. But I was too tired to get up off the couch at first.
But yeah, I got a haircut. Did you guys see it?
I did see it. Looks good.
Thank you.
I need a haircut.
Good.
I didn't
you
do
kinda
my
got
hair.
hat
It was-
hair now, so you can't really see.
I know, you can't really tell
see
what's
how
happening.
good the haircut looked. Addie's haircut looked better before he put the hat on. No offense.
It is true though.
Look at this.
Hey, I like your hair like that. You look
Really?
like a Naruto.
Naruto.
You look like a Naruto character.
I guess I'll flip
You
my
watch the
cap
Naruto?
up. I need the haircut the worst out of all of us. My hair is
Do you?
just.
I feel like I do.
I had mine cut really short several months ago, and then I've just let it grow, and so it's just like, and my hair doesn't grow well. Like,
How do you guys feel about the person cutting your hair like having a conversation with you while they cut your hair?
I don't mind it.
Social situations stress me out in general. So yeah, that's like lots of times that's a factor of like why I don't get a haircut for so long. So I'm
Yeah.
like, even though I've been going to the same person for 10 years and she's really great and like the conversations are always nice, and
Right.
I like hearing about what's going on with her.
Mm-hmm.
But like I get stressed out, so I'm like, maybe I just won't get a haircut.
I sit down in that chair. I immediately feel obligated to like make conversation
Yeah.
with the person.
Yeah.
But there's only so much you could talk about, and then like and there's like spans of 5 minutes during the haircut where
Yeah.
it's just
Silent.
silent, and then they'll be like, "So were you born here?"
yeah, that's like
See,
the
I'm
worst
not-
thing is like once it's silent, it's awkward.
Right.
Like once it pauses for like 3 seconds, you're like, damn it,
Yeah.
it's done.
And it's like I
I'm
think it's
not-
okay. We can get our haircut in silence.
yeah, and I
well,
feel
I
like
feel like, I don't know. So
we all feel like
I think people are entirely too off put by like awkward silences. Like sometimes neither of you has anything to say, and like sometimes that's okay. Like, cause I don't mind talking to my barber when I'm getting
Is Tommy
a haircut.
slamming us right now?
Yes. But
like, "You
I
freaking
don't mind talking
crybabies."
to my barber when I'm getting a haircut, and I don't mind like the awkward silence. But like I've always been that way. Like if I'm with a new coworker or something like that, and like we're kind of starting to get to know each other. Like if we have a kind of awkward or like if we're quiet for a little bit because like we don't know each other that well and we don't quite know what to like bring up or talk about. Like, I understand that, and that's okay. Like, I don't think this person's a weirdo because they
Tommy
don't
just-
have anything to talk about.
Tommy just turns to him and
24/7.
is like, "You're awkward. I'm leaving."
I'll
He's
just
like, you have
start-
nothing to say, but I don't think you're weird for it.
I'll just start saying stuff sometimes. Like if I do feel like we've been kind of just standing quietly next to each other for a little too long and we should talk about something, I'll literally just start saying whatever I'm thinking about. Like I'll just have random weird thoughts. Like the random weird thoughts you think about throughout the day. I'll just start saying them. I'll just like narrate my mind.
I just panic and I'm like, how do I get out of this situation?
I do, however, hey, granted, I haven't been to the dentist in years because I'm a big boy and I don't make my own dentist appointments, so I don't get to go to them. But, anyways, I don't like when the dentist tries to talk to you because that's fucking stupid. Because they'll ask you questions.
yeah.
Well, their mouth and sharp tool, or their mouth, your mouth.
They're trying to make out with you.
Their mouth
actually-
and their long tools are up in your mouth.
That's the main reason I actually don't go to the dentist anymore.
Your dentist kept trying to hit on you and trying to give you kisses while you're in the chair. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
That's how he does pants. It's another Friends reference. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I hate when they're trying to talk to you and they'll like have their finger in between your molars and they'll ask you something that like clearly requires a response.
Yeah.
And then it's like you try to talk like around their finger without biting it. And then you just like apply the slightest little pressure because you have to move your jaw. And they're like, hey, watch biting that finger. And it's like, you're fucked up. Or like when
You're fucked up.
yeah, it's got to be.
You're
some sort of-
sabotaging me.
I
Isn't
think
your
a lot of
dentist's response
dentistry-
when you bite on his finger? Doesn't he go, "Oh"?
I think a lot of what happens in the dentist's office is just them fucking with you. Like I remember one one time there was this, I shouldn't call her a chick. She was the
I remember
hygienist
one
or whatever.
chicken.
But like I was getting like a cleaning and before the like dentist came in to like check on my teeth, she was like, checking my gums and like brushing up a little bit and stuff like that. And when she's doing like the scraper thing, she straight up stabbed me in the gums. Not like where they lightly poke you, like she stabbed me. I felt it impale my gums and then like it starts like bleeding obviously because you just stabbed me. And she goes, "Ooh, you gotta floss more." And I was like,
She's like, why are you freaking bleeding, you idiot?
like, could you imagine
Why are you
like
fucking bleeding all right
Well,
now?
you just stabbed me in the gum. Yeah, but if you flossed more, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have stabbed you.
Addie, how's your shoulder feeling?
Repercussions, man.
How's your
Floss.
shoulder feeling?
Oh, my shoulder's in much better shape this
Oh,
morning.
yeah.
Could you imagine if you would have gone to the doctor yesterday for your weird, messed up shoulder, and then they stabbed you in the shoulder, and they're like, "Dude, you got to take better care of your arms."
Stop sleeping on your shoulder, man.
Hey, man, you got to teach him a lesson somehow.
He like punches me in the shoulder. He's like, "You son of a bitch, man. You got to stop sleeping on that thing, bro."
You got a bad shoulder, dude.
Ah, you buddy old
They
pal.
kick you in the chest, and they're like, "Dude, you're bruising. You gotta do something about that. You can't slam yourself in the chest anymore."
Freaking stab you, dude. Are you all right? Like, gosh, be more careful.
We are 58 minutes.
58 minutes. Wow.
So
The episodes just fly by
I guess time flies when you're being dumb.
when you're being dumb. That's all I am is dumb, so time's always flying.
Same.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far,
Yes. And for listening.
yes, and for listening.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
If you're just watching and not listening, this probably isn't a very good podcast.
If you
But anyway,
are,
if you were just listening,
if you are watching, you probably weren't paying any attention to us because you're just looking at all our cool stuff in the
oh
background.
yeah,
So let us know if you want us to do a video about some of our cool collectibles and stuff. Spoiler alert: we're going to.
yeah. It's an extra little video. Probably won't be like same as a podcast style, obviously.
Yeah.
Little bonus videos,
Yeah, little bonus videos for you guys, and make sure you tell people about us.
Yeah, spread the word. Space Podcast. Go listen to us.
Subscribe. We don't have anything to offer you if you subscribe,
Yeah.
except for our eternal
yeah.
gratitude.
Yeah.
Our
A long distance high
heartfelt
five.
thanks.
Bop. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. everyone who subscribes gets a long distance high five from
Yep.
each of us. So make sure you subscribe to get a long distance high five from us. Other than that, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Blake, Tommy,
No, that's the end of the episode, I guess.
this has been the Wasted Space Podcast, episode 3. We're signing off.
Yes. See you in the next one.
Adios.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us.